even if the feelings were there, you're coming out of a time right now where surface level relationships just don't cut it. It's almost like you are the only one giving in that respect. You are the only one pouring into. And you need somebody who can match your energy in terms of sensitivity and rawness and openness. And I'm getting a platonic energy out of this. This could be also like if you feel that in your relationships, if you're with a partner and you feel that the love is there, but the friendship is not, that could be significant to you as well. You're also stepping out of a time of not only letting people lie to you and sticking around and going back to that and knowing deep down that people are lying to you and going back to that. You're coming out of that and you've come out of that, but you're also no longer lying to yourself. And in fact, you're attracting people who, when you lie to yourself, they will call you out and they will just say, hey, what's up? Like, you are acting weird. You know, we're always healing and we're always taking accountability. And I need this as much as you. You could be coming out of a time where even just like the lying to yourself has caused you to project in ways that are just unsavory. I'm getting like the energy of friendship right now. Like true, deep friend bonds. And I have this blue light on today. I usually have my pink light on. I felt called to put on the blue light, and I'm hearing true blue, like true blue friend. Yeah, let's get back into it. Sorry, I'm very easily distracted right now. I'm seeing like true blue friend, like almost like the relationship, not that you have like are above or hierarchical. It's truly like a balanced friendship energy, almost like the relationship. And I don't know why I'm being called to say this. This might be significant. If you resonate, you resonate. If you don't, you don't. Cats could be significant. Almost like the relationship you have with a cat, where it's really built on mutual understanding and respect versus this is how you need to treat me and I'll reward you for it. That could be significant. Hold on. What's crazy is that I paused that at 3 minutes and 33 seconds. I love it. So confirmations everywhere. And the number on the card the first card is a 3. I kind of forgot about that. It's a little bit hard to see with this light, but I'm still being called to use it because for me, you know how they say that blue lights can be like anxiety inducing? Right now, this feels good. Like, this feels nice. I like the way it's making my mood board look too. Listen. I bring up this mood board I call it a vision board, mood board, whatever. I call it something different every time. I love this thing, and I keep on bringing it up, but I think it was one of those things where I had to trust the process, and I was creating alongside other people. This might be significant. Like, all the stories have a purpose. So I was creating with other people while making this vision board. And I was almost like comparing myself, not consciously but subconsciously, in a way where I was becoming super hyper aware of what I was doing, to the point where it almost became, for a second, inauthentic. Thankfully, I have the wherewithal to not get sucked into that feeling, because I have been proven to myself more times than not how useless it is. This is why. How useless it is to get in your own head when you're creating, just because your creations don't look like other people's. That might be so significant for you right now, because collective, oh my gosh, I've never been called to like really call whoever's watching this collective, but I just, guys, me, you, anyways, maybe I should just leave it there, because I don't want to be a soundboard for don't compare yourself. That just might be significant to you. I'm coming out of a period where I'm really comparing myself to other people every time that I clock into work. And that's because I've made my life is my work, and my work is my life. I love what I do, but what they don't tell you when you are being consistent, and when you're actually killing it, and when you are proud of the work that you're doing, they don't really emphasize, and I'm saying they as a general, broad, people who glamorize this way of being and existing don't really tell you what's on the other side of that. They don't tell you the new levels, new devils. That's all I have to say. That I can't, it's really hard to elaborate on that. We're always walking on a divine path, and it's always important to ground yourself, especially when you're elevating, okay? Because right now, there's a lot of elevation coming in from the small actions that you take. There's a lot of momentum with every little thing that you do, because the work you've done has compounded up until now. Like, my throat is like, hasn't been this clear all day, guys. My throat has not been this clear all day. This is significant. Like, when you're speaking your truth, it's not like you're not coughing, you're not, like, I'm literally looking at like I have a handkerchief. I was just talking to my grandmother this morning. This might be significant. Again, I was just talking to my grandmother this morning, and she was telling me, I wake up every morning with, allergies, and my whole life has been like that. I'm like, well, honestly, same. And could my room be a little more well dusted at the moment? 100%. Am I allergic to dust mites? Yes. Sometimes we create our own problems. I'm not going to get into that, but I was telling her, my throat has been, like, I've been clearing my throat all day. Like, I've been having horrible allergies all day. Collective. I'm sitting in my room, fan on, talking. My throat has not been this clear all day. And you guys might hear my lisp right now. I need my retainer. And I also have this bottom retainer in my mouth. This might be TMI, I'm sorry. This might be significant. But I have this bottom retainer in my mouth, and sometimes I will just honestly circumvent my retainer and not really respect the boundary that it's trying to set, if that makes sense. People with open bites get it. That's what I have. Luckily, as you can see, sorry, oh my gosh, but my teeth are like kind of, they appear straight at certain angles. I've been top retainer list for like over a year, which is not good for people with open bites. However, my orthodontist is literally an angel. Okay? Like sometimes, okay, this is significant because like sometimes you are actually always being protected. Sometimes you are always being protected. I told my orthodontist, like, oh my god, this could literally make me cry, but like I'm gonna try and get through this because like this is really significant. I need to bring this up right now. I told my orthodontist from a really young age, like, hey, I want to be a model when I grow up, and I want to like maybe be an actress, and like, you know, I want to be in the public eye. And he's like, okay, great. I'm an orthodontist. I've worked on tons of models, cheerleaders, professional dancers, actresses. Like, I've done it all. What I can tell you right now is that you have an issue that needs early correction, and I am so glad that you're here, because if we hadn't caught this, it would be hell on earth in your adulthood. And, you know, I would say that, like, in my childhood, growing up with braces and then also being a young model with braces, I didn't really know how to, like, market that in, like, a cool way like I've seen some people do nowadays in the market. But I was just very, like, insecure about them. Like, I tried to hide them as much as possible. I learned to, like, not smile with my teeth. So basically, all that to say, my orthodontist was an angel for not only catching that early, but really hearing me. And like, every time I went in, he would ask me, like, how's the modeling stuff going? How, you know, like, how's it going? Like, your braces are coming off soon. Don't worry. Like, this is good practice. Like, you're learning how to, like, be high fashion. And like, he actually knew what he was talking about sometimes. So just very grateful for that early exposure, and somebody who actually always, like, and again, not in like a weird way at all, because I would see this orthodontist like once a year sometimes when I finally had the braces. I had the braces for years. Okay, and this is like, wow, I feel like my throat chakra just like, and the blue is so significant for that. So like, thank you, angels. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, ancestors. Deliver this message with clarity and honesty and love and affirmation. Amen. Anyways, all that to say, it really matters when somebody sees it in you, and to surround yourself with people that believe in you. And also, the little actions you take, like I said, the little actions you take will attract those people into your life. And because you're so loving and giving, like, you are learning how to give back in a balanced way and not overgive when people give to you, and how to just be reciprocal, because you're so giving. Like, when somebody like gives you like an opportunity, you want to give them like an arm, you know. And I'm being so hyperbolic, like, I, you know, take that with discernment. I know that sounds crazy, but like, you literally are just so like generous and giving and loving. So, and I'm being really loud right now. Like, I know my mom's home. I know people are home. But, like, honestly, right now, I don't care. I don't care, because this is a good message. Period. Like, Oh, okay. We're like halfway through these cards, but I just had to deliver that. It's really important to surround yourself with people, and you will be surrounded. I'm hearing that like people, yeah, duh, okay, because like literally, guys, I'm like still learning tarot, so like I'm not gonna be like this card means this, and we're kind of like intuitive reading right now. We're intuitive reading right now, but that's okay because this is literally my channel and I can do whatever I want. Hold on. Anyways, I just got another confirmation, another 333 confirmation, and also, yeah, 3333, like 4 threes, and 7777 might be significant right now. Oh, guys, woo-wee, like literally these signs and synchronicities are like sometimes scary, which is good. Like, I know that the angels are like, keep going, deliver, deliver, deliver. And I will, because like I literally need this as much as you do. You're walking into your healthiest era. I'm seeing like doctor's appointments. Okay, yeah, literally the whole thing that I just said about my orthodontist was so significant because like literally I'm seeing that like your doctors care about you so much right now because like they want what's best for you. Like you're literally attracting like even just like healthcare professionals that like want, you know, I'm seeing like somebody like a surgeon waking up in the middle of the night because they need to help you, but it's like as soon as they're like, it's you, it's, you know, it for me, like it's Malia Kim, like, you know, they need you, they're up, like they're sat. If they need to sit for whatever they're doing, if they need to sit, they are sat doing that surgery, they are sat doing that therapy appointment, they are sat listening to what it is that like you need help with. Okay. Yeah, they're sat. You're gonna have people sat, okay? Sat in your corner, sat in your jury. Like people, like not only are they like holding you accountable in the most loving and justified way, but they are like defending you. Like they aren't just the jury, they are, the people in your corner are also like the jury, judge, prosecutor, and your lawyer. Like all in the same room. Like everyone is vouching for you. Yeah, and like I'm even, I just got like a really like yucky vision of a certain somebody who was recently in a courtroom that like had people supporting them. If you know, you know. But what I'm getting from that is also just like literally new circles, refresh. Ooh, I don't, hold on. Let's get a confirmation on that. Immediately my allergies started coming back and I needed to like sit with the message for a second and like try to understand what the heck the guides are trying to tell me, because obviously the guides are here. Like I keep on getting synchronicities and signs. Like there's no way that the guides are not here because it's getting spooky, okay? But and like listen, I am a jumpy person. I am easily spooked, but I know it's because I'm highly intuitive. Like I'm not spooked for no reason. I hear things because I have a great sense of hearing, and I used to work in nightlife. Okay, obviously it's always circling back to the message because hello. I used to work in nightlife, and I have been going to an ear, nose, and throat like doctor to just make sure everything is okay, because I also have TMJ here, and like I think tinnitus, whatever. So many, everyone calls it something different. That thing, I have it here as well. So it's like here, we're just all sorts of figuring it out and clearing blockages. Amen. However, guys, new circles, new beginnings. Okay, I'm hearing like, but that new beginnings require leaving behind old happenings, right? So there's that. And I'm hearing like right now, you know that like really truly nobody is above the program. Nobody is above the program when it comes to like our karma and the universe and like the spirit world. We are all equally yoked. We are equally capable, right? So because of that, and this is going to be so like broad, but you are definitely being called to act above the program when it comes to the powers that be, because they're going to keep doing what they're doing. They're going to keep acting a fool. Okay, whether it's people that have power over your peace right now, or people that had power over your peace, I'm hearing property, your person, and I am so sorry, but yeah, I'm hearing push and pee, and that I think it's called P power. I hate that title, but she wanna go viral, that song. I'm not gonna, yeah, the rest of the song is not PG enough for this message. Not that I'm trying to keep it like PG and sugarcoat things, but you know, I don't feel like singing the rest of the song right now. But she wanna go viral. Yeah, like I think, oh, okay, yeah, that's what you are owning, the fact that like you know that like you know that you are the type of person that is not going to abuse the spotlight and the limelight, because every time you've gotten the spotlight, you've used it for a higher purpose. Every time that you have been selected, you've been chosen, you've put your best foot forward every time, and you look so good doing it. And people asked for the recipe, and you literally just said, I don't know, I just cooked with my heart. I let the ancestors guide me. I threw a rock into the pond and prayed. Like, literally, it's what you sound like, okay? But that's just how it is when you're walking with the divine and the ancestors. You know that, like, literally nothing is promised, but it will always be delivered. Take that as it resonates. Hold on. You might need to stretch your neck right now, because I don't know if you heard that, but I just 24/24, as I'm saying that might be significant to you. Anyways, let's continue. So, wish fulfillment, babes. Abundance, obviously. 7777. Okay? That's so beautiful. However, I see that wish fulfillment always comes with a balance. Okay, like I said, people will show you what it's like to win, and it's really hard to convince people that there's another side to that. Okay? There's been a lot of conditioning in society that even people who appear to be winning and tens, I'm hearing tens all across the board, like I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the like ballroom Vogue scene, like tens, give her tens across the board, pretty much means you're eating, sis. Okay? So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing right now. Hold on. Okay, I got it. So, the channeled message that just came through is trigger warning, but people who might have been ostracized when they were truly at their lowest, and people who have been memed at their lowest, and things that were meant to be literally a call for help being taken by the masses and treated so cruel. I'm seeing that when Shia LaBeouf, I just saw 27 as I said that. Shia LaBeouf, when he was going through a very public mental health crisis, trigger warning guys, when he was going through a very public mental health crisis, and he essentially, I don't know if this was during his mental health crisis, near it, but he said something along the lines of, don't let your dreams be dreams, and a lot of people made a lot of fun of that, and it was memeified by the entire internet. And I think, again, in that time, you know, the way that, of course, the media loves to make almost characters of these real human people when they're publicly going through a mental health crisis, but he was probably not very well when he said, don't let your dreams be dreams. However, that sentence holds so much weight and truth, and I'm pretty sure if he were not being memeified and absolutely, like, dragged, I know that I'm remembering kind of now that he has since returned to the public eye. I'm not sure how he's doing now. Hold on. I'm not being called to talk about that. So, don't let your dreams be dreams. Don't sit too long in the daydream. Take action. Right now you're being called to take actions. Even the little actions will have big impact because it's you. Because it's you, duh. I don't need to explain why these little actions compound. They just do. They're measured. They're calculated. They're precise. So, we're always co-creating at this point. My favorite tarot reader says this all the time, and like, let me just like speak on my favorite tarot reader right now. Her name is Natija Cave, and a lot of like my mutual friends who are like spiritual as well, I don't know why I just called them mutual friends. That might be significant, like mutuals. But anyways, there's a like pretty famous, I want to say, tarot reader called Natija Cave here on YouTube, and she like provides a lot of like free resources on like just her YouTube channel of like readings, and she has so many videos. I swear that she's just, and her voice is so like hypnotic. So the way that she speaks in her videos really helped me break down a lot of shame around my own spirituality when I had just gone through something incredibly traumatic surrounding my spirituality. So, all that to say, right now she says, and I have really started to adopt this in my way of being, and it has really had so much tremendous impact. So like honestly, if Natija, if you're seeing this, if you ever come across this video, thank you so much for like literally everything that you've done, and love you, girly. Blessings. Anyways, so all that to say, we're always co-creating. So we're always co-creating, and literally that couldn't be more apparent right now in your life. The amount of abundance that is coming your way, and the amount of work that you've put in, the amount of true, just like not only material abundance, but I'm seeing it like across all, like I'm seeing four corners, like across all four corners. So I'm like hearing mentally, spiritually, physically, and like there's one more like that I can't, like I want to say like environmentally, like it's not okay, yep, because it's not just you. We're co-creating because it's not just you. The dreams that you have are big because you consider other people. And this is not saying like step into people pleasing, step into being in the old routines expecting things to change. No. It's giving new routines, it's giving new like beginnings, new doors opening, and it's also giving, you gotta step through that. You gotta open the door handle. You gotta you gotta put on your suit. You gotta button it up. You gotta spray on a little perfume if that's like gonna make you feel more confident, right? So get ready. Get ready is what I'm hearing, and be ready. You're entering a stage where it's like literally you're always like, you're entering a stage where you're basically going to always need to be ready. So like becoming an energetic match is like just getting ready, like, okay, so for example, I work in modeling, and when I am, and this might be significant to you, you might like work in a creative industry, you might work in like photography, you might work as an actress or actor, you might be a singer. Basically, like when you are creating anything, you must put yourself out into the world. And you must also understand that once you do that, it no longer belongs to you. I literally have that on my vision board. Okay, it says, once I put something out into the world, it no longer belongs to me. Okay, so, right. The initials J and the initials A might be significant. But basically, and the Beatles might be significant. Okay, sorry. Classic rock. I'm hearing Imagine by John Lennon. I think that's his name. I feel bad. But imagine all the people living for today. Wow. Yeah, that's definitely the song. I'm not being called to tell you to like go listen to it unless you really, really, really want to. However, I'm being called to say, listen to a cover of Imagine. I don't know whose cover specifically, but look up a cover of that song, and then, like, even if it's like a live concert version, I'm being called to like look up like something live or like cover of Imagine. I don't know why, but specifically that, and really like listen to the emotion behind, like, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Y'all. Yeah, I feel like I'm not being called to like further elaborate on that. I did pull this out. So I recently started getting, for some reason, like a subscription to Cosmo. I don't know where it came from, honestly. I think my sister got it for me. Anyways, so artists, some musical artists currently that might be significant. Young Miko. I don't know if you haven't heard of Young Miko, I'm putting you on right now. Go look her up. Go look them up. I don't know what pronouns they use, but beautiful. A beautiful specimen created by the hands of God himself. Olivia Dean, Rob Roush, Alex Earl, Paloma Sandoval. Let's see. Adela, Freya Sky, and our cover girl, I'm not going to show you guys the magazine cover, but our cover girl is Olivia Rodrigo, guys, and I channeled her earlier in a message, her song Vampire, and the song Driver's License being associated, I don't know if you guys remember how that was associated with season 1 of Euphoria. That was like almost like their promo song, Driver's License. I got my driver's license last week, just like we talked about. I don't know if I'm getting the lyrics wrong. 'Cause you were so excited for me. So da 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 da. I'm making up my own melody. I'm singing a different key entirely, but I love that song. And I'm getting a vision of those videos that people were making on TikTok when Driver's License came out, and everyone had their own rendition of like doing the Euphoria makeup, the original like Petra Collins Euphoria. That was such a beautiful time. Like, let's create like that again. Like, people, I will say, COVID was so hard. Okay, trigger warning, like, if COVID was hard for you, like, listen, it was probably hard for you. It was very hard for many people. Like, we're definitely walking into a time of healing, okay? But that creation, like, there was almost, like, there will be historical text regarding 2020 as like an art renaissance of some sort, and I don't know how the historians are going to explain it, but mark my words. But Driver's License, okay? And then this is so crazy. So I don't use a traditional like tarot deck either. I'm using a deck of like cards with the Beatles on it. I don't know if you guys can see that. It says the Beatles on it. Anyways, these are like Beatles playing cards, and I use these to read tarot because I don't have a tarot deck. So, we love resourcefulness. But, so, the message that I got from this, I wanted to read Olivia's article, and I got to like a random page and kind of deduced from context clues that she was doing an interview. This interview that she's doing in Cosmo is with her best friend. Her best friend is interviewing her, and I just think that's so beautiful, regardless of how much, like, I don't know how that was like marketed, what is the history of their friendship. I haven't read too much into the article. However, I think that's like, I'm really getting that you are going to be working with your best friends, with your like soul family. It's going to be beautiful. And of course, being around people that you love requires like communication, honesty, and vulnerability. Yeah, we're stepping into that. Nobody said it was easy. I know I just said I wasn't going to show you guys the cover, but whatever. Whatever. Anyways, I've been trying to read this last part and then I'm going to close this out. So, when Cosmopolitan asked me to write this cover story about my best friend, Olivia Rodrigo, my first question for her was, can you bring a pack of cards? Mic drop. Cards? Are you kidding me? Okay, like the fact that was the first, because, okay, when I was flipping through the article, I wanted to just get a message. I wanted to get a quote. I wanted to see what cute little like nuggets of wisdom does Olivia Rodrigo want to give us today. And it was barely the dialogue between her and her best friend that, you know, covers a few pages of this Cosmo issue. But the energy from those first few words, the fact that she asked, cards. I have like literally my cards right here. Hello, y'all. Okay, so yeah, that's the message, guys. We are breaking down shame. We're breaking down, like, we're really breaking in to self-love and breaking out of cages and out of, I'm gonna go as far as to say, like, we're breaking out of trauma. Yes, we are. I'm gonna say it. We're breaking out of trauma. We're breaking out of, like, literal generational trauma. Maybe even recent trauma. Like, you're breaking out of it. You're coming out of it. Even if you don't feel it, like, I'm affirming that to you. Yep. Even if you, like, are so sensitive and you, like, cry every day at the events of the world, you are still breaking out of generational trauma. Because that's just the way that life goes for you. Like, you also walk in divinity and you co-create. Yep. Sometimes, like, you wonder, like, is this world even, like, magical? And actually, you're magical. Okay. Truly and honestly, sometimes it feels like you've lost your spark because you've felt so much of, like, the world, which you see the beauty and then you also see, like, the pain. So it almost just feels like you're going like this, like the roller coaster, but you're also, like, what does it say? Co-create your most beautiful and meaningful manifestations. Co-create your most beautiful and meaningful manifestations. That is an action, okay? This is literally, the message is, like, in the box. Like, I didn't need to pull anything for that. It was just there. Co-create your most beautiful and meaningful manifestations. You have to co-create. Okay? Even when it feels like the magic is gone, it's because it's never gone. It's actually the magic is never gone. It's a matter of co-creating. And there are, like, this is not to say that, like, we all got the same 24 hours and pull yourself up by the bootstraps. No. But you're literally, like, a gift, and you are very gifted. And I'm seeing, like, PR packages and, like, the hashtag gifted by XYZ. Like, whoever is gifting you well and publicly. But it's also, like, definitely, like, use your discernment, because you can do everything. You can do anything, but not everything. That's the way the quote goes. You can do anything, truly, but not everything, not all at once. Not everything, not all at once. And definitely, like, forgive yourself for not being literally an impossible, like, you know, Hollywood movie magic version of yourself. Like, that doesn't, we are all truly living the human experience. We're in a sense, we are all equally yoked spiritually in this world, as I said earlier. And the last thing, man, yeah, it's time to ground yourself into, like, literally the earth. I'm hearing touch grass. Okay, I love you guys so much. And yeah, I did a lot of, like, shout outs to some people today in this message, but you know what? We all literally deserve love on this path. Like, I don't care, like, how, like, big or whatever, if they never see me, like, calling them out, like, great. I'm just sending the energy of love into this world that could always use more love, okay? Oh my gosh! Oh my god! That's so crazy. Yeah, double confirmation. You're the one. Okay? Connect to the earth. Ground yourself, because shit is about to get real freaking good. I love you.